All right, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all for joining us here late on the day, Lions Talk Live. Sorry I couldn't get this to you guys earlier. I was in the middle of watching high school playoff basketball and doing a little bit of AP reporting on that, just as the scores come across every 10 minutes or so, trying to do updates for a number of the playoff games going on this weekend and then probably next week as well. So I wanted to take a little bit of a quick break and just get this out to you guys. I know some of you may already be aware of this, but Lions are considered going after a person of interest, I guess you could say. Arik Armstead was released about an hour and a half ago from the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sure most Lion fans are aware of this guy. He had been speculated to be a potential cap casualty for the 49ers. My anticipation is, as we talked about on Lions Talk Live all week long, when we discovered that the 49ers were one of the four teams that became three teams going after Danielle Hunter. How could they make that happen with their cap? Well, probably this would have had a lot to do with it, the release of Armstead, even though that's still come to pass. They are now about even with the cap. Excuse me. Could this be a person of interest? There are several reports floating around. I have not been able to confirm any of this. I'm just simply reporting it, that the Texans, Bengals, and Lions are potential teams of interest in his services. That's coming from Aaron Wilson report earlier today, that he reported that the Lions would be one of the teams after him. There's a couple other outlets that have reported this as well, including NBC's Bay Area affiliate. That's a San Francisco Bay Area affiliate. Could it happen? Sure. Will it happen? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. So flip a coin. Just don't spill your Mountain Dew while doing it. And I would say this. It does appear the Lions are trying to address the interior components to their defensive line. We all know that you've got the visit going on tomorrow with the Bengals player, and obviously now with Armstead becoming available. Could they go after one of them? Could they go after neither one of them? Both can be true. Both can be wrong. Both could be right. I don't think there's any possibility they'll sign both, but one of them, absolutely 100%. Let's see what you guys have to say about this. Robert, how's it going, Coach? It's a busy work night for me, man, between doing some real estate stuff. Like I said, trying to pseudo cover basketball playoffs in the state of Michigan, trying to get some of that out to the AP wire, doing what I can here. Chrome, yo to you too, sir. Trump, woo! There you go. The first move of the show. Chrome, we do need an interior defensive tackle. Yeah, and the thing is how different both of them are. One is an absolute run stuffer. The other one is a pass rusher who can play a little bit against the run. So, hey, take it with a grain of salt which one they'll go. I know I know that obviously this would be further support, something we've all talked about in the morning show for a while, that the Lions are going to make a push for addressing some aspects of the defensive line. I think most of us assumed it would be pass rush, which, to be fair, they did get one from the Minnesota Vikings to help out at end. If we could get or acquire one of the two defensive tackles we're targeting, like Armstead, et cetera, then yes, that defensive line in the middle is going to be beefed up exponentially. Brunt, what's up? Hey, just reporting the news, and I'm probably a little late to the show. Sorry again, just trying to do too many things at one time. But the fact that you have a Bay Area NBC affiliate saying they have intimate knowledge that the Lions are one of the three teams who have contacted them. Then you've got Aaron Wilson, who's come out and put out in his statements. That's one of the beat reporters out there in San Francisco, saying he is aware that both the Bengals, Texans, and Lions have shown interest in this gentleman. That, hey, I'm going to say you got two people confirming it. I don't have any information. Nobody I reached out to has responded yet, but this late in the day, you don't always get the best responses. Even the best sports reporters do spend some time with their family. All right, Pierce, what do you got? Coach, if we can poach talent from our chief competitor, let's go. Yeah, 100%. And the fact, Pierce, I'm really surprised they let him go. But, I get sometimes you have to make business decisions. Lone Wolf, woo! There you go. Shane, I want Mac. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't sound like they're going to get him. And I get some other people did some shows on it earlier. Cleo Mack, that would have been probably a nice addition, but it sounds like the Chargers are going to hang on to him for at least this upcoming season. And from there, who knows, man? Robert G, he would be a good ad. He would be, yeah. Would definitely give a little bit more pass rush. It'd be interesting to see him next to Aleem McNeil, and then what can you do from there with Hutchinson, and then the opposite side. I'm going to stick to my take that the Lions are just going to roll into the regular season with whoever they get in the draft, and then James Houston, Betts, etc. Dennis, let's go 100%. Yeah, it shows the Lions are not leaving any stone unturned. They're trying to make plays. They may not be the top shelf plays that so many of us want, the headlines, but you know what? They all are adding up in a hurry. Anthony, I've seen Arik Armstead listed as a defensive end most places, and a couple like Yahoo, best available, have him listed as a defensive tackle. I mean, maybe to your point, maybe he can play a little bit of both. I mean, he is basically 300 pounds. That doesn't mean with his speed and athleticism he can't play the end. It's just I would think if we're really running more often than not with 4 down linemen, you're going to play him inside versus out. But who knows? They may mix him up, have him coming off stunts, things of that sort to help try to free him up. Or pulls too, I guess, instead of stunts. Mike Marine, howdy, Dan and Lions faithful, back at you, and hopefully having a great one. Anthony, if he is a DT, I'm in on him. Yeah, he is a defensive tackle. He's just not going to be, a run stuffer or clogger of the middle like some of the other options we're entertaining right now. Reader and Armstead, yeah, could they get both? Boy, man, I don't know. But to your point, Dennis, DJ Reader, he is an absolute monster in the middle for stuffing the run. That's why I'm led to believe, as long as those injuries check out, if I'm Brad Holmes, you may not want to hear this while you're watching this particular video, but that's probably the way I go, just maybe because I'm a homer. But I love the idea of him being in there to help support the run, and that allows you to play James Houston or other people to just purely be in there to crush the pass. So we'll see which way they go. But to be fair, Dennis, Reader or Armstead would both be great. All right, Hot Rod, he used to be a great player. What's he got left? Man, that's something I don't know. I have not seen enough on him other than a little bit this year, which isn't enough for me to fairly say I'm going to evaluate a person, especially when I watched him this year. I was more focused on the game than breaking down individual player talents. So let's see what they say on him, though. Pierce Anthony, he's a hybrid. Yeah, he can play a little bit of both. Robert, toss. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Toss the coin it is, man. Thanks for that. All right, Pierce, depends on scheme. Yes, I would agree with that. If they were playing more like if the Lions were going to a 3-4, then I think he would be a pure end. As a 4-3, though, could he mix it up a little bit? Sure, but somebody on pulls or stunts, 100%, I think he'd be able to light him up. Pine Z, what do you got? What's your favorite off do or different flavor do? Ooh, that's a good one. I guess I'll go mellow yellow. I mean, to me, there's really no such thing as an off brand, but if I have to in a pinch, yeah, it's probably mellow yellow, I guess. That's usually when I go to Arby's or someplace like that. And the perfect then. Yeah, 100%. Jason, thanks for the news. In Brad, we trust Superdome or bust. And I hope you're having fun somewhere, maybe on a ski slope there, Jason. Pierce, Anthony, if Kamish was athletic, that's what we would get. Yeah, I'll go with that. That's a fair comparison. And I'll pass on Reader at 345 with a broken quad and older. Yeah, and that's, to me, Reader, I think a lot of it comes down tomorrow is the Lions representation and front office must have enough concerns or thoughts about him to say, hey, we need to get eyes on him physically with our medical staff before we do anything. That's also why I think that you see the Bengals interested here with Arik, just because I think that may be a sign that they feel like Armstead could be a good replacement for them because Reader potentially is a little bit beat up. But we'll see what shakes out. My guess is if we sign Reader, it's probably on a 1-year deal. We all know how Brad Holmes likes to roll the dice for 1 year and try to get an injured player to come in and supersede that contract. Run either one, command double teams. I think Reader, especially on running downs, would. Armstead, I'm not 100% sure. Again, I haven't done a bunch of film study on him before going on the air. I just don't have time. I've got to get back to high school stuff here in a second. Mike the Marine, Brad Holmes has used this strategy in the past. Reader and Armstrong, yeah, 100%. Yes, it is his norm. Dennis, tired of waiting on signing Brown and Goff. Brad messing up. All right, well, I mean, he may have a plan. Let's see what happens. Pierce, Mike, yep, with Benito Jones. There we go. We're losing out. Hopefully not. Pierce, Dennis, I'd actually love this move. All right, we'll go with that. Let's see if it happens. Pierce takes from San Francisco 49ers position of need for us win-win. Yeah, I would go with that. Dennis, me too. Pierce, but we need Jackson Powers Johnson from Oregon in the draft. Yeah, he screams kneecaps. There you go. And he would be a position of need. Yes, says Dennis. Hatman, hey, Coach, thanks for the info anytime. West Coast Lion, lifelong fan of the Detroit Lions, fan from California, Lion blood to the heart. Well, good to know that. West Coast Lion, hopefully having a great day, man. Anthony, evening Dew Crew, Super Bowl or bust. There you go. Robert Wolf, we will take all the help we can get, 1,000%. JDC, evening all, back at you. Papa D's, Gilmore, Reader, Armstead, bring them home. Bring them on home. Good day, good prayers, Kevin. What do you got? He's hurt a lot, missed a lot of games. It makes him a Brad Holmes signing then, doesn't he? We can rebuild him. There you go, $6 million man. Maybe that's what we get him for. Papa D's, sign them both for rotation. There you go, man. West Coast Line, One Pride, Lion Pride from California. Let's go, Lions, 100%. And hopefully having a great time out there, man. All right, Robert, the San Francisco roster, list him as defensive end, just saying. Thanks for that, Robert. Thank you very much for that. Pierce, also, Coach, I have a new nickname for Holmes, Trading Table Brad. All right, Training Table Brad it is. Pierce, if you're seeing the medical staff come to Detroit, yeah, and my guess is Reader, when he gets here tomorrow, he's gonna probably spend about 2 hours with the staff. They're gonna do some deep diving on him. Wish out more. What do you got? Hutch, Aleem, Arik, Davenport, Betts, giant lineup. It is. You are right. It would be a very good size lineup. Pop D's, is Lattimore still available? I'm not 100% sure on that. I couldn't comment on that. I don't want to lead you astray. All right, guys, I got to get back to work here. Take a breath. Hey, man, that's how I talk, man. I got to get back to work here, but I wanted to just real quick break in while there was a halftime going on. So I got to get back for the third quarter of the game. If there's some breaking news later today and Jen lets me get back on, I will. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the morning on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.